All right, so remember, strict press. The only command is press. Our feet under the hips, toes pointed slightly out, ankles, hips, knees, shoulders, everything is in line with itself. We have a very stable core, okay? We're not overextending at the rib cage and arching the back. Everything should be vertical. At no point during this lift should there be any arch to the back, okay? Elbows are down and in front of the bar, hands as far under the bar as we can get it. Bar as high on the shoulders as it'll reach, okay? Only thing on this is you're moving the head back out of the way and pressing the barbell up overhead. Okay, does anybody have questions over the strict press? Everybody, it's simple, right? Just, you're pressing. Then we move on to the push press, okay? Now we're dipping, driving, and pressing, okay? We have the same stance, feet, toes pointed slightly out, feet under our hips, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, all in a line. Our trunk, which is our torso basically, is extremely vertical as well. Shoulders, elbows are in front of the bar. Hands are as deep under the bar as we can get them. Bar is up on top of the shoulders as much as we can get. We're going to push the head back. Okay, sorry, the first command in this is the dip, right? And when we dip, 10% ratio of the body, you're going to dip with the knees facing out. Okay, as soon as you reach that dip, you don't want to pause. You want to hold tension. And now we're driving up as we hit full extension with the legs. We're now going into the press motion. Go, driving the barbell overhead again. Does anybody have a question over the push press? Because here's where I'm going to confuse people. Okay, we're going to break this one down, do it a little bit slower. This is going to be the push jerk. Okay, there is a difference between a push jerk and a power jerk. Most people don't know this. A push jerk, your feet do not move. It's similar to doing a no foot movement or a no jump clean or a no jump snatch, okay? Feet don't move. The difference that we're doing on this, we do have a different stance from when we was doing our strict press and our push press. Our feet are now under our shoulders into our squat stance, okay? Now, everything's still staying vertical the whole time. Everything's the same. Knees, ankles, hips, shoulders, all in a vertical line. No forward forward flexion with the chest dipping forward or overextension of the rib cage, okay? Elbows are still in front of the bar. Hands are as far into the bar as we can get them, okay? The first motion of this, okay? I love this because it always reminds me of that dodgeball movie. And it's funny you brought it up. Every time I teach this, it reminds me of this. We're going to break this one down into 4 individual movements. Okay, the first motion is the dip. She goes to the dip, just like it was in the push press. Okay, subtle. What I mean by seeing the inside of the knees, if I'm standing directly in front of Sarah, I can see the inside of her knees. Okay, the reason for that being is if your knees are, your toes are pointed forward and you dip like this, chances are, see how that's putting flexion and a hinge in my hip? It's going to shoot that barbell out in front of me. So this is really good. She's in the dip. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is the drive portion, same as the push press. I just want you to drive it to your forehead level, okay? In the drive portion, she begins to accelerate the legs, okay? Getting full extension of the body. Once that barbell hits the forehead level, she's now going to re-dip. It is the same motion you did in the dip, keeping a very vertical torso back under the bar while continuously pushing herself under the bar and the barbell to extension, okay? So, dip, drive, re-dip, stand. That's it, okay? And go. Okay, and I do want you guys to pause in the receiving position so I can see how you're receiving the barbell.